Cornell Diehl broadens its core lineup with the Summit series. 4 traditional plug tobaccos inspired by the splendor of the U.S. national parks. Crafted to emphasize the natural character of their constituent leaves, each blend is pressed into a dense plug that allows the flavors to marry and deepen, producing a notably smooth, refined smoke. A multifaceted plug blending whole leaf bright and red Virginias with genuine St. James Perique and Izmir Turkish, the Hoodoo Ridge is a 5A or per composition that offers notes of dark stone fruit and lively citrus alongside subtle florals and finely tuned spice.
Hello and welcome. It is Saturday, 10:59 a.m. It is 43 degrees out. It is beautiful. It is crisp. It is not hot, and that makes me happy. This is my Beans Bing, and in it I have the second blend I'm attempting from the Cornell Diehl Summit Series lineup, known as Hoodoo Ridge. It is a Virginia Perique with Oriental. This is my first time smoking it. How about I light it up? Okay, I have to say that was excellent. Upon light, the 10 note was also excellent. I have to say I really enjoyed breaking up the plug. It was very cathartic. I really enjoyed it. You break it up and then you rub it out. It's nice and moist. I personally give it drying time, so I got it pretty dry. Good stuff. Wow, I gotta say, the collaboration with the Orientals, with the St. James Perique, really melds splendidly in this particular case. I'm not a huge fan of Orientals, but when the portions are done correctly, boy, it is something to be praised. And I have to say, so far, this is really hitting the spot. I don't know, that is tasty. Yeah, you definitely get that spicy stone fruit. There's some citrus in there, much like the description said. It is a medley of bright Virginias and red Virginias, as opposed to exclusively the orange and the red that we saw with the Lone Sentinel. I did like the Lone Sentinel, but I gotta say, this is impressing. This has a greater impression on me so far. A little bit of housekeeping. On the last video I made, I was speaking on the fact that I'm spending a lot of time with my videos, and because of the view, for how long I spend on creating them versus the viewership and the likes, which I'm not really hung up on. It just seemed like an ample amount of time to be spending on something where there wasn't really a lot of return. However, the last video I made, I was actually going to make that video vanilla. But, you know, typically I create videos, I edit them, I upload them. I don't do a lot of thinking about the process and the time spent doing each individual little task. And it took me like all of like 3 to 4 minutes to actually create all the scenes in my editing program, my video editing program. So I realized the time is really spent in getting to the car and processing the videos. So I'm kind of in this situation where I think I'll just make videos as I choose. I think I'm going to start smoking tobaccos. Having never had any experience with them, for the simple fact that there's been tons of tobaccos that I've purchased that by the time I got around to smoking it and smoking it enough to have a full opinion on it, it's like no longer a trendy tobacco. So my tobacco playlist is amply called My Tobacco Journey, or so aptly. So I'm going to smoke tobaccos, not always, but especially newer tobaccos that are fresh on the market. The second I get them, if I actually order them, and if I change my mind on it, you know, if I feel like I really don't like it or it really grew on me and I love it, I'll just come back in here and make another video. But as far as the videos themselves go, 80% of the time spent making these videos is actually all in the processing of the video. So it doesn't save me any time to not add the music. As a matter of fact, with the music, I'm just going to go ahead and record some music, save it as a file on my phone, and I may reuse the same music more than I usually do, but that will completely reduce the time spent, at least with recording fresh new music. And maybe once a month or twice a month, I can take that same playlist and shuffle it in YouTube and re-record it and save it as a file on my phone to mix things up a bit. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, back to the tobacco. I just wanted to get that out of the way. It's friggin' fantastic, in my opinion. That is good. It's like I get the Virginias. This to me feels a little more complex than the Lone Sentinel. Like I can actually pick out different things going on with the Virginias on their own accord and the Perique with the Oriental. It's doing some really great stuff. It is delicious. They are actually sold out on smoking pipes. I don't know if I already mentioned that. The other 3 are still available. So it just goes to show you that a lot of people were interested in this. I may have already said that, I'm sorry. I gotta say, I was really wanting to smoke a pipe today. I've been smoking those Monte Cristos often on the way to work as opposed to a pipe. And that might kind of help. The fact that I'm satisfying an itch kind of helps maybe give it some more points, but everything I'm experiencing with this is just fabulous. the taste, the aftertaste, the retro hail. All of it ticks the tickers for me. It is subtle so far as with the Orientals and the Perique. Not a harsh retro hail. Very smooth, very flavorful. Wow. I gotta say, from everything I'm experiencing, I'm calling this special. I mean, this is as good of an experience as I've ever had with my most cherished tobaccos. What an excellent smoke this is. Damn good. Cellar deep. And the fact that age would be the fact that age would make this even more refined is just the added cherry on top. Anyways, do I have anything else to say? Damn, that's good. I'm not real big on English anymore, but you know, I've gone through the filters on smoking pipes and filtered out Oriental when I'm looking for like burley blends and Virginia dominant blends like Virginia Periques. I might need to stop doing that. And I've experienced, off the top of my head, I don't know that I can name any, but I've experienced, I mean, plum pudding would be an example, but it's not really the example I want to use because it's in English. But the Orientals that are introduced into the Seattle Pipe Club plum pudding, now Cornell and Diehl, it's done in such a way that it melds in such a subtle way that it just adds definition and character and a certain aroma and spice to it that makes it pleasing, and they've managed to really capture that here. I'm impressed. Damn, that's good. Unique, special, like that. This is good. So. Lone Sentinel was very good too. It's just not quite as unique, not quite as complex. This isn't complex in a complex way. This is complex in a good way, if that makes sense. This isn't doing a lot of things. It doesn't make me feel like, oh, this might change any second on me. But let me finish smoking this bowl. Matter of fact, I'll be right back. Still smoking on it here. All I can say is this is the one I should have purchased in bulk. I'm not disappointed having done that with the Lone Sentinel. I'll just have to keep this in mind for the future, but I'm a little over halfway down. I still got plenty more to go. I don't know that I'll get too strategic with it. Damn, it's good. My bowl's getting kind of hot, but I'm also smoking it a little too heavy, a little too fast. But I'm interested to hear. I'd love to see what Beans thinks about this. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to shoot him a voice note after this to let him know how much I love this. But if he doesn't like this, my God. Well, I guess we'll call that. While I'm waiting on this light to turn green, you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to you later.